Hey guys, I'm Ash and I'm the daughter,
I'm Liz, and I'm the mom.
and this is The Lesser Known.
Off the map. For this episode of Sunday Scaries, we are going to talk about the recent death of that paranormal investigator that was taking the Annabelle doll on tour and mysteriously died.
Did you know that when they brought Annabelle in, Ed and Lorraine Warren, the people who owned Annabelle beforehand, they told them not to move her. Like, by any means, don't move her. And what did they do? Once they got possession of her, they took her on tour.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. Yeah, they said don't move her, like from the box that she's in.
So, yeah, the Annabelle doll, what we're referring to is the doll that was in the movie The Conjuring, and it's supposed to be either haunted by a girl or by a demon. Like, it's supposed to be possessed by a demon.
It's by a demon who's pretending to be a little girl. And when they got the doll, like the first people who ever had her, when they got the doll, they treated her like a little girl. Like, they dress her up, they'd take her out and go do all these things because they were told that there was a little girl in there, like whose spirit was in there, but it was a demon walking the girl. Yeah.
The original doll was a Raggedy Ann doll. So if you guys have ever seen those, it was kept in a glass case at the Warrens' house, or at the Warrens Occult Museum in Connecticut. And it's been linked to alleged paranormal incidents since the 1970s. And it was only recently taken out on tour. So it's been like locked up basically since it started all this stuff, because a lot of like crazy stuff has happened around it. This investigator, his name is Dan Rivera. He was out on tour with the real Annabelle doll, so he did take it out of the case and took it on tour with him. And he just recently died last weekend. He was the senior lead investigator of the group that was taking this out on tour. They said that he'd been traveling across the country with it and showing it at certain stops. So this last stop, he was in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and then he was found dead in his hotel room shortly after showcasing the doll. He was only like 50.
Well, they also said it was a mysterious, not even like he died of a heart attack or whatever.
Right.
And it was on like the news, not like the TikTok news. Like,
right, exactly.
It was on the actual news. So I think that's pretty crazy.
There's like handling guidelines and protocols for this doll because it is so haunted. And they say you're supposed to wear gloves when you handle the case or moving it. There's prayer rituals that took place before and after the exhibits, and a strong emphasis was placed on spiritual and psychological caution to attendees. So it's like, this thing is like legit haunted. And then the curators, like at the museum, when it was just in one place, they would tell people like, no touching, don't mock it, don't be disrespectful, or there'll be consequences to taunting this doll.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, and I actually have some examples of what has happened from people like being disrespectful for this doll. There was a motorcycle crash fatality where a young man reportedly mocked the doll by banging on its glass, and on his motorcycle ride home, he crashed fatally into a tree, and his girlfriend survived, but she was severely injured. They'd been laughing about the doll just moments before the accident. Then there was a Catholic priest, and the priest dismissed Annabelle's threats, mocking the doll. And then shortly after leaving the museum, his brakes failed, leading to a near-fatal crash. He survived, but later attributed the incident to Annabelle's influence.
It's also worth noting, because I watched these same videos, that a lot of the people who almost died saw the doll before they died.
Did they?
Mm-hmm. Like that priest who got in the accident? Yeah. He said he remembers vividly seeing the doll before getting in the accident.
You mean he saw it like in his car?
Saw it, yeah.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Ew, ew, ew. And then they said there's numerous visitors reported odd phenomena near the museum. So they would get dizzy. They had dread, nightmares, bruises, car breakdowns, camera malfunctions, or injuries after encountering the doll and being disrespectful.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I wonder what they're going to do with the doll now.
I don't know. I also heard there was a situation where these kids from Texas stole the doll. And yeah, and then they got in a near-death accident also.
Insane.
Like car accident. I don't know how they were like. And then when they woke up, the doll was gone. So
And
that's
just
crazy.
went back to
Vanished.
the museum.
I don't know. I don't know what happened to it after that. I mean, obviously they got possession of it again, but yeah.
Yeah, right.
And
It would have
then
had to get back.
yeah, and then they were saying like shortly after that, all this weird weather stuff started happening in Texas, like just bad weather and flooding and all this stuff.
I wonder how this doll even started.
I heard someone bought it from like a shop, and the doll was given to their daughter, and then the daughter passed away. And so that's when they thought, oh, the daughter's inside the doll.
Okay.
But it was really a demon that crossed over instead.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yuck.
That's what I heard. I don't know.
And then the movie The Conjuring, how it's like based on this doll and the possession of the doll. The lady who played Lorraine Warren, she actually, after they were done filming, she came when she was finally at home in her own bed. She woke up and she had the scratch marks on her thigh. There's even like a picture, like she was doing a video and showed people.
Yeah,
that she had.
That's
like,
crazy that you say
marks.
that. It's crazy that you say that because another person reported when the Annabelle doll, before it was like in their possession, someone else had it, and the husband was like, "I hate this doll. It's so creepy," and threw it across the room, and he woke up with scratches. So it's creepy that she also did.
That was like always as a kid one of my biggest fears or phobias or haunting type scares is I was always afraid of like hearing stories about when dolls came to life.
Yeah,
Like when you walk out of the room and then you come back and the dolls are in like a different place or like they come to life.
so
Or I
Toy
remember hearing this.
Story was probably terrifying for you.
Yeah, I was older by the time that came out. Oh, I think I just heard like an urban legend about this, like a Cabbage Patch doll that like this girl woke up and she had these bite marks on her from the Cabbage Patch doll, and that like scarred me for life. I was like, I never really played with dolls after that. I was like not really a doll kid. But yeah, that's like one thing that like really scares me is like doll stories. So this is actually related to the Annabelle doll, but I was going to tell this in a totally different Sunday Scary. But since this came up and we've talked about Annabelle and The Conjuring a few times, I'll just like tell the story now. When I still lived in Illinois, we went and watched that movie, The Conjuring, like at the movies. And it just completely freaked me out. I was like so scared. And I just like had such a scared feeling when I came home. I don't know if you know anything about the movie, but like at 3 a.m., there was like something would go out. Like there was a clicking, remember that? Or the clock would go off, or there was something 3 a.m. related. And that night I went to bed, and at 3 a.m., our computer that was in the bedroom that had no music on it. This was back in whatever year that movie came out, like in 2000, whatever. So people weren't really using their computers as much as, for music. 3 in the morning, the computer just turns on full volume, and it was an AC/DC song, like either Hell's
Highway to
Bells or
Hell.
Highway to Hell. It was
yeah.
something like that, and it just came on full blast.
That's
in my
terrifying.
bedroom. And I shot up out of bed, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like looking around, and I'm like, where's that coming from? And it was like the computer was in the room, and I'm like trying to turn it off really quick. And there was like no reason for that computer to have been on. And there was zero music on that computer.
Yeah.
It was the scariest
also
thing.
One of those computers where you had to push the button to turn it on. Like
Right. Yeah, it wasn't like a modern
Yeah.
laptop. It was like a desktop that was turned off. We like barely ever used it. It was kind of like a home computer, but back then we didn't really use them as much. And there's literally no reason for that to have happened.
Yeah, that's creepy. I forgot about that.
And then ever since then, I'm like, I'm never watching that movie again. That was it. I watched it one time, and I'm like, I'm done with that movie. It was, I felt like I brought something home by watching that movie. That was
that's creepy.
really scary.
I completely forgot about that.
It was in the Peoria house.
But we
I almost
also
feel
thought
like
we heard footsteps and stuff in that house too.
Oh,
I think it was haunted. Yeah.
I've had a few things happen in that house, and I was actually going to do that as an episode. But the only reason I did it on here was because of the whole Annabelle thing coming up. But yeah, that's insane. I'm curious to see what this guy's autopsy is going to come back as, like what happened to him.
Me too.
And what's going to happen to the doll now. Like, what are people going to do? Are they going to lock it back up? Are they going to, like, I wonder what Lorraine Warren is. She's probably like, I knew this was going to happen.
Maybe Lorraine died and Ed lived. I don't know. But one of them did die.
Okay. I could actually look it up real quick if you want.
Okay. Oh, Lorraine. Oh, they both did. What?
They both
I thought she was still alive.
Yeah, one died. Ed died in 2006. Lorraine died in 2019. So I guess she won't ever really know about this, but it just goes with our thing, like, don't move haunted stuff. Don't become haunted.
Or you're gonna get haunted. That's what we mean by don't get haunted.
I guess we'll just like kind of keep up with this and see what happens with like the doll now. And I wonder if that paranormal investigation team is like, they've got to be pretty spooked about this. I would imagine they're not going to keep going. I mean, I would seriously lock that doll up and never bring it out again, ever.
I agree. Well, we'll see. We'll keep you guys updated. Maybe next Sunday Scary we'll have more information we can tell you.
So until next time, don't bring home haunted stuff.
And don't get haunted.
All right. So we'll see you guys on the next Sunday Scaries.
Okay, bye.